What is going on, everybody? Sam Dog coming back at you again with the Week 5 game picks for the 2018 NFL season. You already got the first pick out of me in the last video after we beat the Cardinals, which we will not do the pick for the Seahawks-Rams game because me and Dallas already know that. I don't think we're going to win this game, so we just got that one out of the way last week. So to start off, obviously, so got Dallas one back on the phone again. Say what's up, Dallas.
What's up?
Yep.
YouTube.
All right. So first off, Week 5, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the New England Patriots. Patriots are gonna wax the Colts in New England. Obviously, Colts don't stand a chance against the Patriots, so Patriots are obviously winning that one.
Yeah, I'll have to go with New England again. I'll have to go with New England. They came out and
They
just
waxed the
beat down
Dolphins.
the Dolphins last week.
They waxed
A game
them.
where they really needed to win, and I think they're just about to get rolling because Edelman is back from suspension.
True, Edelman definitely is back from suspension. That would be a big target for Brady to have back. So obviously, there's that, and yep, pretty obvious. Indianapolis does not have a good history against the Patriots, so Patriots gonna wax them. Up next, we got for the Sunday slate, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Buffalo Bills. Tennessee's winning that one. Marcus Mariota definitely coming off of that big win against the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Mariota led that comeback, obviously, and then took it to overtime and got the win in overtime. So I'm gonna go with Tennessee because Buffalo's coming off of getting completely wrecked by the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I'll have to go with Tennessee also, coming off that overtime win at home against the Eagles. The Bills, they couldn't replicate their success in Green Bay, getting shut out last week. So I'm going to have to go with the Titans to get to 4-1 on the year.
Yeah, and plus the Titans shockingly did beat the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up next, we got the New York Giants at Carolina Panthers. Carolina's waxing the Giants. Giants don't stand a chance against the Panthers. I'm going with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I'll have to go with Carolina as well, coming off of a bye. They were actually coming off of what was their last game? They beat. God, I can't even remember.
Carolina's last game? Didn't Carolina lose to Atlanta? They're coming off of the. I thought Carolina lost to Atlanta before the bye week.
That was in week 2. I'm trying to think who they played in week 3.
Week 3. Oh yeah, that's right. Week 3. Let me see who Carolina played in week 3. Hold on, check in. Oh yeah, Carolina beat Cincinnati in week 3. That's right.
Oh yeah, we picked Carolina in that one. Yeah, I'll have to go with Carolina in this one. The Giants suck.
The Giants do suck indeed. Yep. And that definitely is going to people much like, sorry, Ron Effect and of course the entertainer Mike the Entertainer, the one who does game. Yeah, the Giants fan that does game picks with Jet Central. I'm sorry, man, but the Giants are just terrible this year. So Carolina's about to wax. It's about to wax the Giants. Up next, we got the Miami Dolphins at the Cincinnati Bengals. Miami coming off of that loss to the Patriots. Cincinnati coming off of a big win, a big last-second win against the Atlanta Falcons. Obviously, in Atlanta. Atlanta lost back-to-back home games. And Miami obviously got crapped on by the Patriots. Cincinnati coming off a big win. And the game's in Cincinnati. I'm going to give advantage to Cincinnati. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the Miami Dolphins.
I'll have to go with the home team as well. I'll have to go with Cincinnati. Miami had a real chance to prove themselves last week.
And they got blown out.
They didn't rise up to the challenge. They had a chance to take a 3-game lead in the AFC East. I think maybe the downfall of the Dolphins has started.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to go with Cincinnati to get to 4-1.
No doubt. Okay, up next we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland almost almost a questionable referee move. Cleveland could have pulled it off against the Raiders, but they had that reviewed and spotted the ball short for 4th down, which the Raiders drove and tied the game and would definitely win it in overtime. And the Raiders would go on to win 45-42 in overtime against the Browns. Baltimore Ravens against the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland right here. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens in this one.
I'll have to go with Baltimore as well. Cleveland blew a 14-point lead on the road last week. Really
They did.
should have won that game last week. Yeah, there was a lot of questionable calls in that game, no doubt. Baltimore with that impressive second half performance in Pittsburgh where they shut out Pittsburgh and really established themselves in the AFC North with Cincinnati, and their defense just looks dominating right now.
True.
So I'll have to go with Cincinnati. Or I'll have to go with Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah. Up next, we got Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions. Really, definitely. I mean, obviously, Green Bay is coming off of beating down the Buffalo Bills. Detroit coming off of a loss to the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, which Dallas had to claw their way back. Zeke Elliott finally went off on them and made a big time comeback to beat Detroit. Green Bay obviously got back into a groove against the Buffalo Bills, and Jimmy Graham finally got a touchdown, and Green Bay wait I don't think Green Bay didn't play Buffalo last. Oh yeah, they did play Buffalo. I was just trying to
shut out Buffalo.
That's right, they did. And Josh Allen played terribly in that game. I'm going with Green Bay. I'm going with Green Bay beating Detroit at Detroit. Green Bay's the history, dating back. I mean, obviously years back, one of the longest NFL rivalries, and then of course one of the most famous games in that was the first Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary, with the last second of the game to beat the Lions, which we all remember that crazy game. And I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers. I'm gonna go with the road team. I'm going Green Bay beating Detroit in Detroit.
I'll have to go with Green Bay as well. Detroit coming off that close loss in Dallas after that huge win.
Oh yeah.
At home against New England. I really don't know what to make of Detroit. Are they the team that got destroyed by the Jets at home in week 1, or are they the team that kind of dominated New England and just shut down New England?
Yeah,
I really don't know what to make of the Lions. So I'm going to have to go with Green Bay. I think they're going to start to get it rolling here.
This next one is going to be a really good one. This is definitely going to be I think this is going to be one of the best ones of the week. One of the good ones. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Arrowhead to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. We all know Patrick Mahomes came off of a really big Monday night victory against the Denver Broncos in Denver. Came back from down 10 points. Had some amazing plays. One of the plays that was pretty good was when during the play, Von Miller was coming after Mahomes, and he swapped. He changed hands with the ball and threw a left-handed pass to Tyreek Hill to get a first down with Von Miller chasing him. He swapped hands and threw it to freaking Tyreek Hill for a first down. And then it was just, man, that Monday night game was a pretty darn good one. Jacksonville Jaguars, they obviously took a giant crap on the New York Jets last week, obviously. And I think this is, and obviously we know Jacksonville's got the defense. The question is, how does Patrick Mahomes handle that Jacksonville defense at home in Arrowhead? I mean, obviously the home field advantage Arrowhead, but Kansas City's defense did not really play that well last night on Monday night. I think this is our first toss-up one. I'm gonna go ahead and I think maybe this might be the week that KC takes their first. And I know it's hard to play in Arrowhead, but this maybe might be the week KC takes their first loss of the season. I'm gonna go ahead and take Jacksonville in a close battle.
Yeah, I'll have to probably go with Jacksonville on the road to hand KC its first loss.
But don't get me wrong, Mahomes is playing some pretty good football though right now.
Yeah, this is probably the game of the week, no doubt.
Yeah.
And these teams could meet in the playoffs, so this could be a playoff preview. But it could go either way, but I like Jacksonville's defense a little bit more than Kansas City's. So I think they'll be able to slow down Mahomes just enough.
I'll have to definitely keep an eye.
Coming up, they'll come with a really close win on the road.
Yeah, I'm going to have to keep an eye on the scores for that one since I'll be at the Seahawks game, obviously. I'll be at the Seahawks-Rams game, obviously. I'm going to keep an eye on the score of that one, too, since that would be kind of an interesting one to keep an eye on, though. But, yeah, I think Jacksonville it's going to end Mahomes' streak and get a close win in Arrowhead Stadium. So, but then again, maybe Kansas City could pull it off, you know? Not that this pick's going to be accurate. Up next, we got the Denver Broncos going into MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Jets. Denver obviously coming off of what we were just talking about, that Monday night loss to the Kansas City Chiefs at home in Denver, and the Jets obviously coming off of getting spanked by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Denver, Sam Darnold, he's still trying to get it going. Todd Bowles, Jets fans definitely want him out as usual. Jets fans are getting livid of him, and they obviously want him out. And Denver was holding Kansas City pretty well. They just couldn't get it done in the fourth quarter, though. And that Denver defense in the beginning, they were holding them pretty well. For this one, I'm going to take the Denver Broncos beating the New York Jets. I'm going to go with Denver beating the Jets at MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, I'll have to go with Denver. They had a 10-point lead on Kansas City, weren't able to close the deal. Keenum overthrew Thomas on the sideline, which would have been a walk-in touchdown. He just came up probably one play short.
Yeah.
The Jets look like a train wreck, especially after that impressive Week 1 win at Detroit. I think the Jets would be lucky to win 4 games this year.
They might.
Sorry to Gangrene, David.
Yeah, sorry, Gangrene. Sorry, Jets Central.
Yeah, but they'd be lucky to win 4-12, and Todd Bowles has got to go.
Bowles is definitely on the hot seat. He's definitely we can expect him to be fired after this year. Yeah, I'm going with the Denver Broncos. Up next, we got the Atlanta Falcons going to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. Atlanta's defense just riddled with injuries. Pittsburgh, I think that Pittsburgh is coming off of a big-time loss to the Baltimore Ravens last week on Sunday Night Football, where the Ravens offense just went off on them. I mean, Atlanta obviously coming off of that heartbreaking home loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. And Atlanta's defense is just riddled, and I mean riddled with injuries. The only thing that's going good for them is their offense. And Pittsburgh, James Conner is playing pretty well. You got Ben Roethlisberger James. I can't believe. I mean, Pittsburgh's really been utilizing James Conner pretty well with the running game. And then also, obviously, Antonio Brown, and then Juju Smith-Schuster going up against Juju. You got Juju Smith-Schuster, T.J. Watt on the defensive side, and I don't know. You want to go first with this one?
Yeah, I call this one like the desperation game. Both teams need it. I think the loser of this one, their season's pretty much done. Oh man.
I think I gotta go with Pittsburgh on this one.
I'll probably have to go with Pittsburgh. I can't see them lose. They've already lost 2 home games.
Yep.
Can I really see them losing 2 straight home games?
Probably not. I would have to take Pittsburgh on that one. They're desperate right now in the AFC North.
Atlanta would be 1-4 if they lost this game, and David in Atlanta already thinks they're gonna lose. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh too.
I can't see them losing 3 home games so early in the year. But it really could go either way. Both teams are just so desperate for a win.
All right, up next
I'll have to go with Pittsburgh.
All right, up next we got the Oakland Raiders going up against the Los Angeles Chargers in the StubHub Center. You can obviously expect a Raider takeover in that stadium in the StubHub Center because Los Angeles has a bunch of Raider fans from way back in the old days. The Chargers are coming off of that big 2-point win against the San Francisco 49ers, which C.J. Beathard did not look that bad in that game. He was hitting his targets. I mean, and then he did have some costly turnovers, but C.J. Beathard was getting most. Other than that, he was holding his own against them, but he got pounded a bunch of times. And Phillip Rivers, Melvin Gordon is playing some pretty solid football right now. Gordon in that Los Angeles Chargers running game is looking pretty hot. And then Rivers obviously has some good receivers in Mike Williams, and obviously he got Antonio Gates getting hot in the red zone too. The Chargers, obviously they're 2-2. This is gonna be a big one for them. The Raiders are coming off of obviously that win against the Cleveland Browns at home, narrowly getting past them. I'm gonna have to pick the Los Angeles Chargers in this one.
Yeah, I think I'll have to pick LA as well, even though they really struggled against San Francisco at home last week. A couple missed extra points.
Oh yeah, Sturgis was the problem for the Chargers, big time, missing those points after the touchdown. That's for sure, man.
Oakland's defense did not look good against Cleveland. I just don't. I don't think the Raiders are going to be very good this year, and the Chargers, they need a win to keep pace with the Chiefs in the AFC West. I think the Chargers are the better team, so I'm going to have to pick the Chargers.
Yeah. Up next, we got the rematch of last year's NFC Championship. Minnesota Vikings at Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, the Vikings are coming off of... Wait, was Minnesota... I don't think Minnesota was on a bye last week.
No, they had the Thursday night game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Minnesota lost to the Los Angeles Rams by 7 points. And Kirk Cousins... I got to say, Kirk Cousins... I can't believe Vikings were able to keep pace with the Rams, though, Was hoping they would have pulled off, but then again, I wasn't expecting it, though. And Philadelphia coming off of a loss at Tennessee to the Titans, where obviously their defense is getting torched and stuff too. Minnesota's kind of a little balanced on both sides. I'm gonna pick Minnesota going into Philly and beating the Philadelphia Eagles in this one. I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings, the road team.
Oh.
I know the
I'll have to go. Minnesota is a desperate team. They easily could be 1-3. The Packers got robbed in that game on that personal foul penalty by Clay Matthews.
Yep.
When it was fourth down and they were up 8 in the fourth quarter. And I know Minnesota's a desperate team, but so is Philadelphia coming off of that overtime loss in Tennessee, where they allowed Tennessee to convert on 3 fourth downs in overtime.
Exactly. 3 of them.
I'm going to have to go with Philadelphia in this one.
Philly?
They need to keep pace in their division.
With the Washington Redskins, too.
Yeah, and Minnesota's defense did just not look good.
Yeah, Minnesota, definitely. They didn't look good, but that should be another interesting one. That's another one.
That could go either way. I'm going to have to go with Philadelphia to get above 500.
All right, we got another split one, just like we had last week. You got that one, and so now, obviously last week. So now we got the Minnesota. Yep. So I'm taking Minnesota to step back up though with their defense though too. Because I don't know. That one would be interesting. Carson Wentz with some of his targets not really doing too hot. And then obviously Philly's defense did give up those four down conversions to Tennessee, but we'll see what happens in that one. But I'm going to take Minnesota in that one. Up next, we got the Arizona Cardinals traveling into Levi Stadium to take on the 49ers. Arizona, obviously they came close. Dawson choked at the end against us. We're coming off of a big win against the Cardinals. And Josh Rosen obviously is going to be getting start number 2. He looked all right, but he could always improve though too. And then obviously the 49ers are coming off of that loss to the Los Angeles Chargers with C.J. Beathard as their quarterback. This one, I'm going to have, hope, I would like to see Rosen improve though too. Obviously we hate the Cardinals and the 49ers. Both are division rivals. Obviously hate the Rams too because, division rival. But anyway, for this one for Arizona and San Francisco, I'm going to give one to the 49ers. I got the 49ers beating the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals. I'm going Yeah, I'll pick the Niners as well. This will be the battle of. This will be the battle for the basement in the NFC West.
This is definitely a battle of the
The
basement.
The loser will fall into last place. Tied for last place, I guess. If Arizona wins, they'll both be 1-4. Yeah, they're battling for last place.
Well, then again, you don't know what else might happen with us.
San Francisco.
Then again, you don't know what may happen with us a little later on too. Because I'm not sleeping on C.J. Beathard, especially when the way he hung with the Chargers last week, though. Definitely wouldn't sleep on him as much as the Niners. We know the Niners season. The game's in a Levi Stadium in Santa Clara.
Yeah, I'll have to go with San Francisco. Arizona really did not. They did not really impress me that much last week.
I mean, we ran all over them with Mike Davis and Rashad Penny. I mean, mostly Mike Davis.
That game for the Seahawks should have been a blowout.
Yeah, well, Seabass should have made those first 2 kicks. I'm glad he redeemed himself at the end, though, when we made that last kick to win, though. But still, obviously, I don't see us beating the LA Rams, though. The Rams
I
are
think
probably
Arizona will actually finish in last place in our division this year.
AZ would be last place. All right, now we're gonna skip. Now we're going to the Sunday night, which is the battle for Texas. The Dallas Cowboys at the Houston Texans, which we get the first Deshaun Watson versus Dak Prescott. Houston is coming off of their first win of the season at Indianapolis, where their first touchdown of that game came off of a bad snap and a fumble, and one of their defensive guys recovered in the end zone for the touchdown. Dallas is coming off of that win against the Detroit Lions. It's been kind of a disappointing year for Deshaun Watson this year, too. I mean, and that I don't know what's going on with the Houston defense not being able to get certain stops, too. I mean, and then Dallas coming off of that win where Zeke just started running wild on them. And so I'm gonna take the Dallas Cowboys winning in Houston this week. I gotta take the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'll have to probably go with Dallas to get 2 straight wins. Houston's been one of the biggest disappointments so far. That game probably should have ended up in a tie if Frank Wright didn't decide to go for it when he was in his own territory.
No doubt.
And then after that, Deshaun Watson just completed 1 pass and they were already in field goal range. I'll have to probably go with the Cowboys in this one.
All right, and last but not least, the Monday night game is the Washington Redskins at the New Orleans Saints. Alex Smith versus Drew Brees, and I know I think the Redskins were on the bye last week. Yeah, Redskins are coming off of the bye week, which week 3 they're coming off of that big week 3 win against the Green Bay Packers at home. Drew Brees and the Saints are coming off of beating the New York Giants, and obviously they're leading the NFC South. Do we have another toss-up on this one?
You said it was the game in New Orleans?
The game's at New Orleans. I'm gonna take the home team. I'm taking Drew Brees and the Saints.
Yeah, I think the Redskins will be a little rusty off of that bye, and plus before the bye, they had a big win at home again, or they had a big win for them at home against Green Bay. New Orleans has now won 3 straight after that disappointing opener at home against Tampa Bay, and they started to look good on offense. I'm gonna have to take New Orleans in this one.
Yeah, no doubt about that one, and that is it for our game picks for week number 5. And also before we go, gotta point out something here with the Seahawks owner Paul Allen, who saved the Seahawks in 1997. His non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer came back, which he beat in 2009. So to all the fellow 12s out there, make sure to send out your thoughts and prayers to Paul Allen, and hopefully he's on this battle right now. And let's hope that he beats Hodgkin's lymphoma again. Thankfully he's gonna have some good doctors, and so thoughts and prayers to Paul Allen, man. From all of Seahawk Nation and the 12s, our prayers are with you in this battle, Paul. And we got your back, Paul Allen. We're definitely sending you your thoughts and prayers, and definitely still grateful for your contributions to Seattle, the Seahawks, and part of the reason why we got that Lombardi Trophy still, So thoughts and prayers to Paul Allen. Other than that, to end it off, make sure you Make sure to like, subscribe, like the video, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you all for tuning in there too. And that's our game picks for week number 5. Dallas, thank you for joining once again.
You're welcome. Maybe you should review the picks one more time so they know which games we split on.
The only one we split on was Minnesota-Philadelphia.
Was that the only one we split on?
Yeah, so we got New Orleans winning, we got Dallas winning, we got the 49ers beating the Cardinals, we're split between Minnesota and Philly, we got the Chargers beating the Raiders, we got the Steelers beating the Falcons, we got the Broncos beating the Jets, we got Jacksonville pulling off a narrow win in Kansas City, we got Green Bay beating Detroit, we got Baltimore beating Cleveland, we got Cincinnati beating Miami, we got Carolina beating the Giants, and we got the Titans beating the Bills and the Patriots beating the Colts.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and remember, if you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Hawks.